In this video I'm going to be talking about Judge Hughes. Now this is a man who is responsible for taking my child into care. I believe he's senile and unfit for purpose, judged on his behaviour that I've actually seen in court, his short fuse, the way he seems to change his mind basically every time that I see him. I mean, look at some of the things that come up. People are calling him corrupt. He actually wanted to strip a man naked in court. This is the senile bastard responsible for taking my child into care. I'm absolutely sickened, really, state of this man. The way how he essentially said he didn't believe in psychiatry, you can see that, and then he later went on to say that actually he did believe in psychiatry and that I needed to go to a psychiatrist. Here's an interesting thing here. You can see these different things that have come up under the Longford lead, and now I don't particularly trust them as a news source because I think they're right in with the Longford authorities. And as you can see, they seem to have got rid of his picture on one particular article regarding him. Let's take a look at that article now together and see exactly what it is. Judge has penalty points wiped from licence. 6 penalty points were wiped from licence on 3 separate occasions. 3 separate occasions between 2011 and 2012. Oh my God. Never has it been more blatant. And, you know, as you scroll down, you can see it says here that it was believed the points were erased on humanitarian grounds. Humanitarian grounds. Jesus. And on the other foot it says 2 points were later quashed from his record on grounds that the incident was an emergency. No one else would get away with this, but because they're all corrupt, because they're all up each other's arses, because they're all defending one another, this is what is going on in Ireland. 2 men were unlawfully imprisoned, and if this hadn't have gone to a judicial review, it would have been lawfully. This is Joe Dosey, who's with Integrity Ireland. It's helping to fight corruption. Essentially, what he was arrested for was insulting Judge Hughes, and I could tell you I could certainly insult the man myself. But this is the state of the country and public order. They can get you done for anything, literally anything that they consider offensive or whatever. Authority can get you arrested, and yet he's allowed to go around saying things like this. He's insulted the travelling community. He said they live like Neanderthals, men living in the long grass. And this man is still standing in his place. He can get away with what he wants because of his position. He can arrest people. He can do what he wants, and he can go and drive and get as many license points wiped off his license because of his position in society. This doesn't happen to normal people. This man needs to be tackled. He needs to be out of his post. What he's done to my family is disgusting, really disgusting. Yeah, I mean, what else can we say about him? He's a man who sounds his mouth off, who doesn't know what he's talking about. He's basically said that because I'm not working with the social workers who have treated me as they have, that I can't see my daughter, even though to begin with he said 1 minute it's important we get the family back together. That was on the very first date, but since then he's been increasingly annoyed with the fact that we're going back there, and he has listened to everything that they've said, everything, even though the social workers themselves change their story. Every 2 minutes they change from one thing going, oh, yes, they neglected their child, to going, actually no, they didn't neglect their child, but because of their mental health history, they may neglect the child in the future, or they may emotionally harm her in the future. So get it straight. And this man, he goes along with it all, and he allows it all, and it's had to go to judicial review. People, because of what he's done, the behaviour that he's sown to people, having people arrested simply because they pissed him off, having people dragged out of the court for annoying him. This man needs to step down now, as soon as possible. He's senile. He's not fit for the position. He doesn't know what he's saying, and he is inhumane. That's it. Thank you for listening.